Seattle and OKC. Free agency at the end of the season. Shaq, if you're in his shoes, what sort of things are you considering right now?
Well, he's the biggest player to hit unrestricted free agency since LeBron's decision. So my question to him is when, where, and who?
Yeah, well, it's a tough decision because everyone wants him. Who doesn't want that guy? But, you know, he's going to look at how he looks like a loyal guy, and they have put a lot and invested a lot in him in Oklahoma City. So, you know, my odds are that they have the first dibs at him.
That does it for us. Kevin Harlan with the call, and we'll see you later on.
And you have to love the lights of Chicago as seen over Millennium Park. You can hear the roar here at the United Center. We'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder and Chicago. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. It'll be the Thunder off the tip. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gary Payton is out there with Allen, and it's Durant. Then there's B, and it's Kemp in at the 4 slot.
And they get the first bucket of the game on that.
I tell you what, fellas, I'm anticipating a good one here.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Inside, Ogden passes to Gilmore. And the shot is good.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
And the Thunder with the possession here. Allen drives in. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Allen's got his first points in this one.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Rodman kicks to Rose. He dishes it to Jordan. It's blocked. But they get it there. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Shot clock at 5. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about it. Brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Now here's Kemp. Lots of room. And Payton gets it to go on the assist by Kemp.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Last year, the Thunder were in a playoff battle all season, Clark. Their road record of 16-24, a big part of why they didn't sneak into the playoffs.
Well, when you're dealing with the kinds of injuries the Thunder had last year, it's impossible to be your best, and grinding out road wins is that much tougher.
Here's Jordan. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Jordan's got his first 2 points of the night. Thunder have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. It's a 5-point game. They get a hand on it. Here's Durant. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And so here is Oklahoma City. The Bulls knocking down the three. That's good.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoff.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Payton kicks to Kemp, passes it to B. Left side, Jordan. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 8 points for Jordan. And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long, the Gator program built by him. It would be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took, remember that great, the Magic job back in 2007?
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig. And Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida, and he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder.
And the Thunder with the possession here. The Bulls getting the bucket, and he gets it to go. Payton's got 9.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Look at Kevin Durant, and he does have a bit of an unusual body type. Still is fairly thin, even after 8 years in the league. Yet up until last season, he's been one of the more durable players in the league. Kind of like Reggie Miller in that regard.
The second free throw, no good. Talking about Durant's physical makeup, some scouts were actually worried about his athleticism when he declared for the draft after just 1 year at Texas. At the NBA Combine, Greg, you're talking about this. He posted some of the worst numbers of all the top prospects.
He did, but I tell you what, he did blow people away with his length. 6'10", with a 7'5" arm span. I mean, that makes up for a whole lot in this league. And as we've seen throughout his Hall of Fame career, it's pretty nice.
I think it has to.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness. I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
Bulls shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Well, good one here for Jordan. He already has 12 points, and he's drained 3 three-point bombs so far.
Don't stop. Don't hesitate. Keep firing from out there when the shot's falling like this.
How's that for a one-man show? This fella on Broadway, self-service.
The most magnificent alley-oop he could have chosen.
Yeah, and he pulls that one off, guys, to perfection.
Pulls it from the elbow. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Payton. Payton's got 5 assists tonight.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on.
And Jordan gets it to go.
D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
And Pippen slams it in.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there. That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Here's Jordan. 17 points in the game. three. Pippen. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
What a three at the horns as they end the quarter on a high note.
Couldn't agree more. That'll give them a nice little lift, I think, going into the next quarter.
And Kevin Durant, former MVP, still feels like he had... room to grow, and he gives us some insight into that philosophy.
I think it's another level I can go to.
Well, the will seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems surrounded by uncertainty. Can he get that and stay healthy for the entire season? How does he work with his new coach? Where does he really want to be?
You know, the truth is, no one but Kevin knows the answers to those questions. And quite frankly, he may not know right now what those answers are. He's a very unique and introspective kind of guy, as we all saw when he accepted that MVP award a couple of years ago. So let's just stay tuned on this one.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Durant is out there with Kemp. Then there's Allen. Then it's Gary Payton. And it's Ibaka in at the center. Well, you knew something was amiss with Durant last year. They eventually shut him down for the entire season after he was injured, which was the safe thing to do and the right thing to do.
Absolutely. When you have a franchise player trying to work back from injury, no need to try and get a few more games from him at the risk of derailing his career.
The Bulls leading by 9. The feed to Rodman. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Oh, how pretty was that? Use the rim to protect the ball perfectly.
Bulls have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Pippen dishes the Rose. Pass to Jordan. And he gets the bucket.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Chicago shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting. You know, on the surface, it might seem questionable to attempt a dunk like that when you're behind, but I think he's just trying to give them a spark.
What a dunk it was.
And he's got that awe factor. Even look at us. We're all sitting here just waiting for when he goes airborne.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available. And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
Durant just inside the line, and again it's Oklahoma City. Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively. He'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will. Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
It's Durant on the wing. Left side of Ibaka. It's stolen by Rodman. In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's Jordan. A huge slam. A perfect end of a fast break.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Payton. Rodman with the block. And they'll keep possession. Kemp passes to Payton. Over in the corner, Allen. Back to Payton. Another shot. And there's another one for the Thunder. Rose with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. Outside for Pippen. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And then Rodman with the dunk.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Symbolic here as well of the effort here tonight. Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Rose kicks to Rodman. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to 8 on the bucket from Payton.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Here's Jordan, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Yeah, sloppy D there. You can't let him get the ball in his hands down there.
Extremely untidy on the defensive end. I mean, when he gets it in that close, that's an easy bucket.
And Durant, here we go, in Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
The Bulls leading by 8. Down low, here's Rodman. That bucket in no time at all.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Durant against Jordan. And Durant gets it to go. The assist from Ibaka. And that's 17 points for Kevin Durant.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in a hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
So he comes up empty at the line.
This is part of the reason that they're down. They're really having trouble at the line.
The drive by Jordan, and he gets it to go. Jordan's got 12 now in this quarter.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of...
And so we wrap up the first half. It's Chicago. They lead by 13. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. Chicago holding the upper hand after the first two quarters. They have a 13-point lead. All right, Big Diesel, your take.
The three-point shot was their best friend. I agree with the strategy. When it's working, take advantage of it. I don't really like it. Live by the jumper, die by the jumper. But tonight, they're living, and they're living good, baby.
And over to Kenny. Your thoughts on the Thunder?
Well, right now, they're getting a little embarrassed on the defensive end. They got outshot in the first half. But that's because no one put their...
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet. He adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
Jimmy Butler is out there with Jordan. Then it's Rose. Then there's Pippen. And it's Rodman in at the center, locking down the middle. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half. Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups form in that series, but they were able to prevail.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah's checked in for Rose, and it's Kukoc in for Jimmy Butler. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly. Eventually pulled it together and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs.
Oklahoma City on deep, trailing by 13.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Deflects the pass. Kukoc with the steal. Here's Rodman. Here's Pippen. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive. Attacking basketball at both ends.
And the Cavs knocked out the Bulls in 6 games. Bulls went up 2-1 in the series, but didn't have an answer for LeBron. Strong effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs.
Thunder trailing by 15. Here's Allen. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. But a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
The drive by Jordan, and there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. Then for 3. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. He is a scorching 86%.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
And stolen by Jordan. Here's the 3. And Pippen with the basket. The assist from Rocco. Pippen's got 20.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Durant kicks to Kemp. Kukoc with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Here's Jordan. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Stolen by Noah. Right side Rodman. The tray. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. Pippen's got 3 assists now in this one. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Was way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well, and you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
Got a piece. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for the Bulls. Rose comes in for Jordan. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Rose with the block.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
The rebound by Ibaka.
Oh, he knows that one should have gone in. That hurts.
And he gets the bucket. Payton's got 4 this quarter.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
The Bulls leading by 23. Butler dishes to Rose. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just not letting up at all.
Outside Durant. It's tipped. And here's Kukoc. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. So it'll be Jimmy Butler shooting. It's on Kevin Durant.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on, yet he's made it and made it big.
Launches a 3, and the shot is good. Butler's got 14 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much, Greg, a part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there, and most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions, finally transferred to a major college, and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick.
And the shot is good.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Ibaka drawing the double team. Back to Allen. Three-pointer. Good. Allen's got 7 points for the quarter.
And he has found the stroke, folks. Continues to knock down shot after shot. Perfection thus far.
Noah, the pass to Butler, to the paint. And it's Rose. This time the assist by Butler. 14 points for Rose.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
And Noah with the slam.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
The Bulls have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. Good on the second free throw. The Thunder have gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on. In transition, here come the Bulls. Kukoc against Durant. Now here's Kukoc. Fires the three. Good.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Now Durant and Oklahoma City. Looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. We've got Ibaka. Gary Payton is out there with Allen. Then there's Sean Kemp. And it's Durant in at the 3 slot.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Ibaka's gone a perfect 5 for 5 from the field. Rodman kicks to Rose. Back to Rodman. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's Kukoc. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, including yourself.
Yeah, it's not something that you see often. A winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
Oh, and here he comes. Noah. Oh!
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Payton drives in. Foul call that. Time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Take a look at what Payton's been doing. He has 17 points and 9 assists. He's showing us those quick hands today, both when he has the ball and when he doesn't.
Clark, you love the fact that he's a terrific distributor, but also, how about those defensive instincts? That's also been excellent today.
And the Bulls making a change here. Pippen's checked in. Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh? And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Bulls.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat. In terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Jordan, he's checked in for Dennis Rodman. Bulls have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. The drive by Noah. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Tell you, you got to love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Wide open. Deflects the pass. Kemp with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Ibaka. That is good.
Assist from Gary Payton.
Here's Pippen. Jordan dishes to Noah. Kukoc pass to Pippen. And the Bulls another 3.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Butler with the steal. And again, Chicago running the court in transition. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
Pippen kicks to Kukoc. Here's Jordan. Again, Chicago.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Oklahoma City's gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them. For the 3, another 3 for Chicago.
And there it is again. They get careless with the basketball, and immediately it costs them.
Yeah, that's been the pattern, guys. I mean, their turnovers not only killing their offensive flow, but fueling the fire at the other end. That's a losing combo.
Chicago ball.
Back to Butler. Shoots the 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th assist in this one.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Now, you're talking about a power surge. That's how you power that thing down.
He went hard to the hoop, Clark, and didn't disappoint when he got there.
Yeah, ain't no reason to be passive now. You have got to go in attack mode.
Shots good by Butler.
What a final quarter these guys are having from downtown, just burying the threes in bunches.
And they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason not to. I mean, work that perimeter. It's going good for you. Work it until it stops.
Offensive rebound. Here's Ibaka. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bulls.
Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark, this kind of punishment?
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Jordan. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
To the paint, here's Ibaka, and he uses the glass on the layup. Ibaka's got 8 points in the quarter. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. Payton against Butler. And the Bulls, another three.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's Ibaka, and that one is hammered home.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Pippen dishes to Kukoc. Pippen, the pass to Butler. Noah in the post. He's covered by Kemp. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Sean Kemp picks one up right there.
And you look at Joakim Noah, I mean, one of those hybrid talents. As a center, he gives you the rebounding, the shot blocking you want. But then he also has tremendous passing skills and instincts. And the energy of a mountain lion.
And going back to Joakim Noah, he really is a hybrid. He holds American, Swedish, and French citizenships. He's truly a man of the world, and he's worldly on the floor. He can guard and play a lot of different positions.
And Kevin, he looks like a man of the world. He has a unique style unto himself, but I'll take the versatility and the hustle he brings on my team any day. If he's healthy, he's a factor. This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
Payton drives in, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. That's good from Payton. Outside Butler. On the wing, Kukoc. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Again, Chicago.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They won this game.
Joakim Plenty went.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you. So why don't we take a look now at our Jordan player of the game? Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor. What are your thoughts, Kenny, on his game tonight?
He flat out dominated. I mean, you see the kind of plays he was making all over the court. This is the game, no matter who they put on him, he wasn't going to be denied. His offensive power was in full effect.
One thing that stood out to me was his contribution from deep. You know he can hit the...
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
Let's take them back. Yeah, 94. As the preacher takes a pulpit, fix your coat, prepare for 40 below spit. 7 days of heaven's ways and hang-ups. Chris and Ryan again, and we wishing anybody who isn't wishing us well bankrupt. A L and whatever else ain't up. As far as me, I'm still caught up in all it. Still calling my expendables, cause it's hard to believe I can fit all of them boys in one. And the streets start trembling. It's way too many it seems. Too many witnesses. Up and down with their visions of what a street is. I call it the seesaw syndrome. Syndrome, maybe you make a mistake, you lose. And this is for the real hip-hop who would never, ever, ever ask me, am I here to replace Guru?
Word? That's how you feel up on this track? Little try on that.
What you trying to rap now?
Yeah, yo, Royce.
What up, man?
We just lamping in the studio, you know, doing our thing.
Okay.
Bugging out, you know.
Right.
Little test run. So,
I need you to speak with your hands. On the count of three. Everybody now, 1, 2, 3, go!
talk to him. Who stepped up in this rap game and saying acting fool?
Me and Preem, both names go together. Lot of frontin' like they ill.
Word. I think it's time to move on to the next one.
Can't be sleeping, keep on waking without the woman next to me. Guilt is burning, inside I'm hurting. This ain't a feeling I can keep, so blame it on the night.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Golden State Warriors.
Bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Warriors take to the road. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. So Cleveland will get the first possession. Now Golden State's starting 5. Thompson is out there with Mullen. Then it's Green. Then it's Curry. And it's Richardson in at the 2.
And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second-guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals, but also when you coach LeBron James.
And James gets it to go.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Tipped away. Love the pass to Price. He dishes it to James. Richardson against Hughes. James wide open. Another 3 for Cleveland. And for Black, Greg, everyone did wonder if he would be the right fit early. As the season wore on, the Cavs got tougher. Those questions went away.
Yeah, and I think most people forget that he's an iconic coaching legend overseas.
Good point, yeah.
So coaching is coaching. Sure, it's not the NBA. This guy brought a pedigree and resume that is quite substantial.
Pass to Hughes. Jacks up a 3, and he gets it to go. Hughes got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
He was all alone on that one.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Here's Price. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Price has got his first basket. 10 points separating the teams. Curry with a wide open look. The rebound by Ilgauskas.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhale right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down. And a huge lead here early to start.
Well, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Curry's got 5 now.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Cavs were one of the top teams in the East last year, and it was in large part to how strong they were at home.
Boy, did they shoot it well from beyond the arc at home, Kevin. I mean, top 3 in the league in terms of three-point shooting. It does help to have the one.
It does. That is effective. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Love with the ball. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Sounds good.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight. And that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
On the wing, James. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. The free throw drops for James.
What a game for LeBron. He's already up to 11 points and the 2 nice steals as well. Inside, outside, it hasn't mattered. He's hitting from all over the floor.
What do we call that, Clark? The zone? That's what he's in right now. Boy, does he have a hot hit. How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And the struggles continue, guys, and really it's about those turnovers. They've been the culprit.
Yeah, 5 already, Greg, and they've just been too casual, too much profiling out there to start the game.
And that one's good. Price.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Curry with the 3. That's good. Curry's got 8 points.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage. And remember, you go back to when Steph Curry was in college, more of a shooting guard at Davidson, but he's worked relentlessly to not only improve his ball handling, but his vision. And now, all of a sudden, he's one of the most elite. Ball handlers in the NBA.
And Curry, certainly, Clark, a magician with the ball in his hands. He can really supply the terrific handle, razzle-dazzle moves, crossovers. He has it all.
He sure does, but on occasion he can be a little loose with it and turn it over some. That's been a focus both by him and the coaching staff. Attack, but do it with precision.
Monte Ellis checked in for Richardson. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years. Ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the everybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Parrish comes in for Ellis, and Lee subbed in for Mullen.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Doherty comes in for Larry Haynes, and Irving subbed in for Mark Price.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
Curry, good.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Irving drives in, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
It's taking them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Here's Curry. The Cavaliers making the shot. And stolen by Irving. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. James, no good.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And he slams it one-handed.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. The Warriors shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. Outside Irving. Good, and the assist goes to James. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
Man, they are doing some damage from deep.
Which is the main reason, partner, they're sitting on this big lead. Awesome shooting so far.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Cavaliers on top. They lead by 18. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And Cavs head coach David Blatt beginning his NBA career after a long and illustrious career coaching over in Europe. And Blatt, one of the most successful American coaches in European basketball history, Clark, and he's done a great job in his first season with the Cavaliers in the NBA, but nothing he did overseas certainly can compare to this.
And, you know, that's why, Kevin, people always talk about it in terms of being a marathon and not a sprint. There's nothing that compares to the NBA grind. Nothing is comparable to it.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And looking at what we've seen, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and you know, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the court by not throwing the ball away.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Golden State looking at who they got. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Here's Irving. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
This season, 88% on the line, so he has been in a comfort zone.
You know, he's been one of those players, they've won it on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And the basket good. Irving's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
That's good.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
And arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the league. This is crazy. Every shot they're taking right now is finding the mark.
Literally every shot, partner. I mean, they just aren't missing.
Over in the corner, Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And so it's Cleveland with it. Here's Irving. Oh, and that one, no, powered it down.
How did he get that one over the top of it? He's given up a lot of inches in that matchup, but you wouldn't know it after that throwdown.
Curry against Irving. Outside Curry. From 13. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Puts it up off the inbound. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed? And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by... James. Here's Parrish. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. They didn't feel real good parts of that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
Got a hand on it. There's 1:47 left to play in the first half. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
And Green slams it in.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
The Warriors have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter, really flowing here. Again, Golden State.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Cleveland leading by 23. On the wing, James. To the inside. His first shot coming late, and he gets it to go.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Lee, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities. And David Lee missing time early last season with that hamstring injury also opened the door up for Draymond Green to kind of take that starting power forward role. And give Lee credit, though. Didn't sulk, just threw himself into his new role as a super sub.
Knocked away and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Stolen by Parrish. Oh, and here comes Curry all alone. Had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't sink the 3.
In the first quarter, he was killing them from outside, but he can't get it going here.
And here's LeBron outside, and that is good. James has got 31.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Here's Green. It's good from about 19 feet.
Great rise and dime there. He changed gears in midair to make the assist.
On the wing, Irving. The pass to Doherty. Back to Irving. Stolen by Parrish. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair.
Guys, I'm here with Steph Curry and
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He ended up with 31 points, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
I love the way they're getting after it in the paint. Moving bodies, attacking the rim, scoring at will. Sometimes teams try to hurt you with the 3 ball. They went right for the heart of the defense. Look at them to keep pounding it inside and staying physical.
Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
Well, the bottom line, they got to defend the three-point line much better. They were concentrating all their effort into protecting the paint, and these guys were standing behind the line, yakum, splaka kataya, and that strategy back.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up. With an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
They've got LeBron James. Ilgauskas is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Irving. And it's Price. In at point guard. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Carr's checked in. Harper's shot good. Harper's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Cavs. Golden State's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last. Season. My favorite is G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, Cleveland.
And a sloppy stretch for him. Now 2 turnovers in 3 minutes. He's got to focus in and value.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
The Warriors shooting nearly 70% from the floor. They are putting on a clinic offensively.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened. That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of
and all of a sudden you can see the confidence. overflowing offensively.
Getting everything to drop at an ideal time. I mean, they're poised for a terrific crunch time run here.
Parrish kicks to Green. Here's Curry, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Dean. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Carr against Curry. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Curry's got 25 points.
You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things. And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one. They feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now, shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
You know, Curry is playing extremely well. 28 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Here's Green, and the Warriors take on 2 more.
That was a beautiful fadeaway. Knocked it down with the defender right in his grill.
And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words. An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Here's Curry. It's deflected. They get it back. A shot's good from Parrish. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Hughes, the pass to Augustus. Well, wide open look from Love. Another 3 for Cleveland.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
Curry outside. The long distance 3 is buried. Curry's got 31 points.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
And another 3 for Cleveland.
And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career. Even as a rookie, he wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious. And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Yeah, his athletic ability, guys, is really what takes him a notch above most players at his position.
Golden State's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. Lee dishes to Parrish. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
And here's Love for 3. And another 3 for Cleveland.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, and that's an intentional foul.
Not the guy you want to send to the line, Kevin.
The Warriors have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And the first one drops.
Well, I tell you what, it was a really strong year for the Cavs. 53 wins for them, good for the 6th best mark in team history. A lot of those wins also came against the West, making it even more impressive.
A platoon swap here for Cleveland. Cavs were very strong against the West. 18 record for them overall, second only to the Hawks in the East.
And they really turned it on against the West from mid-January on. How about going 14-1 in the West in their last 15 matchups, and that included a 10-game win streak against the West.
The Warriors have gone 6 of 9 at the line. Free throw no good for Parrish.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
LeBron James on the wing. Passes it to B. Just 3 on the clock. Uses both hands to slam it down.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Cavaliers ahead, running away with it. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And here's Cleveland. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, against the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. David Lee is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Parrish in at the 5, roaming the paint. The Warriors shooting has been out of this world, 74% from the field. Curry, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of UNLV, no doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
It's tipped. And here's Green outside. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Stolen by Thompson. And now here's Lee. The fast break opportunity. And he gets it to go. And that's now 17 points for Draymond Green. LeBron kicks to Irving. Cleveland moving the ball around. The shot's good from Nance.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
He was all alone on that one. 20 points for Kyrie Irving. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
That's tipped. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Wasted no time on that one. Irving's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Cleveland. Warriors have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. That's good.
No hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing.
Free throw drops for James. Golden State's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. And the basket by Curry.
He's showing great leadership here, willing his team into this game with his performance, doing everything in his power to cut into the lead.
Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
At the line for the Cavaliers, Klay Thompson.
That free throw good from Thompson.
You know, the league going to more ball movement, more outside shooting, less isolation play, and those are all natural fits for the talents of Klay Thompson, who's great moving off the ball, and we know he can stroke it from long range.
And he nails the third. Well, Greg, for Thompson, a hard-working defender. You were talking about it. You know, do you think Clark, his offensive style, frees him up to put more energy into defense?
Well, you know, it could be. I mean, he's extremely smooth. He's uber smooth in how he operates. He doesn't have to drive the lane and absorb a lot of contact to get his shot off, and he's quick and efficient with his offense. So that does leave him more energy for the defensive end.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And here's James outside. Another 3 for Cleveland.
What's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Lee with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. And good on the basket. Book it.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
To the paint. Jordy the pass to B. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on it.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Dropping bombs. How many more threes are we going to see from him tonight?
Well, we've already seen plenty. I mean, he's got more points from outside the arc than inside of it so far.
As you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Cavaliers.
Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment to
Well,
him.
you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on.
If we can't get the ball in, we have another timeout. Use it if you need it.
Standout performance it was for James. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Price kicks to Love. Lee with the steal. Harris. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Take a look at what Paris has done. 16 points and 9 assists. You talk about being on. He's been it. Not even one missed shot so far.
This is superhuman stuff we're seeing today, guys.
And he sinks the second.
Oh, my God, they just got that.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the season, Clark, they were all at peace near the end. Things turned around certainly after the All-Star break. Had their amazing playoff run, great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
Really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league last year.
Hughes with it. Now Green defending, and Russell gets it to go.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
And Curry, here we go. And that one's good. Curry's got 44.
What a drive there. It didn't bother him at all to have a much taller defender hanging all over him.
Back to Price. And here is Hughes. And another three for Cleveland.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but it certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Price with the ball. Fires from deep. And another three for Cleveland.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all...
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit. And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure.
electricity and my wish to evolve. I hear them all say that I got on not everything that it takes. Take my mind, but not my soul. Tell you I got fire, I won't sell it for no payroll. Let them hold me down. I know if I go another way, I can look the other way. I know another way, I tell them to right to their face.
Entirely, totally, bring it all together. I want everything. Feel till it feels like hot gossip. The man to recount the poor folks waiting on the chick go with your hands out. I gotta laugh at you and call it luck because it wasn't due to you. Don't mean I ain't paying dues. It's stupid. I'm on my mind for reaching things that you can't. Just know I'm doing something you ain't. Simple and plain.
Go off when I enter the building. I drink some, keep it in my poncho, light up like Castro, blow out from get-go, pro when I said go, grow like an afro, play like Ronaldo, hot like I'm death row, waiting light as a pillow, dance on my tiptoe, like I toy box flow. Please come with some, so closer. Since we hung. So go low, go slow, roll like a polo, a banana like you're glowing up a yo-yo. Go low, go slow, roll like a polo, a banana like you're glowing up a yo-yo.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello.
DJ Khaled, Convict Music, we the best, we taking over. Listen.
Spread out with it. South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, on to North Carolina, Philadelphia, Virginia. From down in Miami, where it warm in the winter. On up to Minnesota, where it's storm in the winter. Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Memphis, 10, holla at me. B&H Town, Southside, Cloverland, Daddy, I'm the man out in Dallas. Better ask Cali. Catman, Cali with my eyes open, valley. Blowing that spinning, going down Vinny. Drop 6, 4, 3, wheel hit switching. Red light stop, make it drop from the with it. Anything you hear that I said, I meant it. Can't got the crown, then spread out with it. Say you need I said, I get it.
If you want to, we can supply you. Got enough work to feed the whole town. They won't shoot unless you try to. Come around and try to stop on our ground. 'Cause we taking over. Said we taking
It's an Eastern Conference matchup as the Toronto Raptors come into town for this one. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. We've got B. Is out there with B, then there's B, and it's Stoudemire in at the 3 slot.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Lowry passes to Campbell. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. What about Kyle Lowry on offense? The last 2 seasons, he's been absolutely dominant, Clark.
Yeah, he's developed enough as a point guard now to where he really knows how to direct and lead his team. He's not just a catalyst anymore. He's a leader, and that's the big difference I see with him. And his shot has become more refined.
Now Carter. After Dwayne Wade's 3-pointer that didn't go. Shots good by Rice.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim. What handles? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
To the inside. Here's Shaq. And the officials call a traveling violation. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Carter dishes to Camby. Toronto working the ball around now. Lowry kicks to Bosch. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. And again, Toronto with the triple.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
The Heat have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Wade, and the layup is good. Wade's got his first basket.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen. 4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
The Heat have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Shots good by Rice.
You're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Here we go, 1-on-1. Lowry has the open look. Good. And it's McGrady who picks up the assist. Lowry's got his first 3 points of the game.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been a much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
So it's Toronto. The Heat getting the bucket.
Oh, he's just angling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And, guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
As we were talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. He's really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every.
Right. Both free throws good from Bosch.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Three-pointer, Wade, and he gets it to go. Wade's got 5.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense, but he's got the A-game rolling tonight.
Canby fires. Bosch passes to McGrady. Carter with the 3, and that one's good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And he jams it with the board.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up. Easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Fires for 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right?
The Heat trail by 7. Well, you have to respect the way Vince Carter has just aged gracefully. A superstar in his day, Clark. You knew his game so well. Even in his late 30s, he's still getting it done.
Got a lot that he brings to the table still, Kevin. I mean, not just to score. He can pass, defend, rebound, and not to mention his veteran leadership and savvy.
And also, guys, Vince Carter is... tireless in what he calls his old man workouts. I mean, keeping his body healthy and up to the challenge of the long NBA season. Not to mention holding on to some of that bounce from his younger days. Every now and then he'll give us a little taste of Vinsanity.
And Toronto making a change here. Valanciunas is checked in and good on the second, so he makes them both.
And VC in the second year of a 3-year deal, he struggled to make shots last season. We'll see if this proves to be a bounce-back season for him. Oh, my goodness. That's like temporary insanity right there.
Do you think he realizes we've actually got a game, a serious game taking place here? I have my doubts, partner.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
And though he's been working on his offensive skills, defense and rebounding are Valanciunas' bread and butter. That was the case with him when he was playing in Lithuania, Clark, and it's the case now.
It still sure is the case. I mean, it's hard to find a guy with his combination of size, athleticism, and fluidity. Just a tad over-aggressive at times, but I'd rather have to turn a guy down than to turn him up.
And watching Valanciunas rebound, it's clear he has all the tools. Great anticipation, really looks to box out. Strong vertical, might just need to add some strength to become a perennial 10-rebound-a-game guy.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Carter, that's good.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
Hardaway. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Here's McGrady. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. McGrady's got 13.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
That's good from Shaq on the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway's got 5 assists in the game. McGrady. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Raptors lead by 6. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And a chance to hear from point guard Kyle Lowry about the chemistry of this Raptors team. They're all... The question is whether or not that team unity, as rare as it is making a difference for the Raptors. Does it make Kyle Lowry any better? Do they just give it more time?
You know, you could argue it both ways, Kevin, because it's worked both ways. I mean, teams that couldn't stand one another have won rings, and so have tight-knit groups who were really close. So there's really no magic formula. I think there's a little bit of art to go with the science in that.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also, how about the willingness to attack the basket and challenge the defense here tonight?
So for Toronto right now, we've got DeRozan. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with B. And there's Carter. And it's McGrady in at the shooting guard position. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line. And Toronto had a strong season against the East last year. They would end up with 33 wins against their own conference and earn that 4 seed in the East.
Carter dishes to McGrady. Down low. Bosch kicks to Valanciunas. Back to Bosch. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
And the Raptors did play the other East teams well, went 5-0 against the rest of the Eastern Conference playoff teams too.
And despite that, we know the Raptors had a disappointing playoff run to end the year, but I thought they still showed that they are a power in the East by having another strong season against the conference.
Here's O'Neal. Good on the three-point shot. Shaq's got it back down to within single digits for the Heat.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
Carter with it. Guarded now by Shaq. Here's McGrady. Back to Bosch. Out to Carter. There's the three. Good. And it's McGrady who picks up the assist. And that's 17 points for Vince Carter.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
It's DeRozan with the drive. Out to Carter. McGrady passes to DeRozan. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the way up. DeRozan's got 6 here in this quarter.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
It's deflected. To the middle. Takes it from 10. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Hardaway. Bosch kicks to Valanciunas. And DeRozan. Here we go.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
And what you have to like out of Valanciunas last season, improved efficiency. The game really, Clark, seemed to slow down for him.
Yeah, he entered the league a little green. I mean, would make a lot of mistakes, but had excellent tools. So with enthusiasm and hard work, he knew it was just a matter of time.
That one from long range. 10 points for Dwayne Wade. Toronto leading by 7. McGrady outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Great open look there. 16 points for the Mayor.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
McGrady outside. Outside Bosch. And DeRozan kicks to McGrady. Back to DeRozan. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Tries a 3 off the inbound, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
McGrady dishes to Carter, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play to...
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Willis.
46 seconds left in the second quarter. It's Vince Carter on the wing. McGrady right side. Passes it to Stoudemire. For the 3. Good. And it's McGrady who picks up the assist. McGrady's got 6 assists in the game.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots. And the shooting has really been there for him today. But he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
The Raptors have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts. The free throw off from Carter. The Heat trail by 17. Wade with no one around. And there's another one for the Heat.
And Wade is really pouring it in right now.
McGrady passes to Carter. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passes.
And that one's good.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
It's stolen by Wade.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Well, they were getting tired out there. A quick timeout gives them an opportunity to catch their breath.
Just 4 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Outside Carter. That's good. Carter's got 13 points in just this quarter.
He is on fire from beyond the arc.
Yeah, it seems like all of his points are coming from deep, Greg.
Hey, Kevin, we'll coach with...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. It's Toronto with the advantage at the half. They are dominating the scoring, leading by 19. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
What a great game for Vince Carter in this one. He's got 27 points, and he's unleashed a barrage of three-pointers on them.
And, Clark, you can tell they're good right now when the ball leaves his hand. He has racked up a ton of points.
We've got B out there with Shaquille O'Neal. Then there's Dwayne Wade, and it's Hardaway in at the 1 spot. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. It's stolen by McGrady. Stoudemire kicks to Camby. Outside Carter. That is good. Carter's got 30.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And, guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Really no idea why. You're fouling in a situation like that, you know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
Rice dishes to O'Neal. Ball's knocked loose. Fast break Toronto. Here's Marshall. Oh, wow. That's a beautiful jam.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Pass to Williams. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
This is a nice third quarter surge here. They've got it going right now.
And a perfect time to get hot, just as we get into the meat of the second half here.
Puts it up from 12. Williams with the block. Here's Peterson. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become familiar.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. Greg, as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Riley Clark kind of molded him in his image.
Yeah, and it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived.
Now this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up.
Can't remember the last time they missed one. Remarkable shooting here.
O'Neal with it. Williams picks him up. Whistle blows, and that's going to be a travel.
Yeah, big blunder there, and that could really cost them.
Yeah, and the timing of it was bad, too. I mean, they're trying to cut down and cut into the lead. Just a tough, bad break there.
Out to the right wing. He dishes it to Valanciunas, and that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. Takes it off the glass. Valanciunas has got 6.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Got that one up quick. And that's 10 points for B.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
And the pass to Willis. And he dunks it down.
Fantastic dunk, and he decided to hang around up there for a while, Kevin.
Well, maybe, he didn't want to land awkwardly. I don't know.
Yeah, oh, guys, come on. He's up there posing. He's posing for the photographers. That's all that's about.
Now the Raptors moving it up. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch. Some good play from Valanciunas in this one. He has 8 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved.
Here's Williams. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And the Miami Heat have finished in the top 2 spots or better in each of the years the big 3 were in town. Last season that changed as they would end up 10th in that Eastern Conference.
The Heat have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. And he knocks down the first one. Well, the one word you can use to describe the Raptors postseason last year, disaster. I mean, Greg, nothing went right for him.
Yeah, I mean, after that great regular season, they were completely just manhandled by the Wizards, swept out of the first round in 4 straight. And we're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
Inside. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover.
Well, I tell you, the Raptors really were befuddled with how that series went. I mean, they just never got things going and became the first team to get swept with home court advantage in the playoffs since 2011.
And guys, you look at the Raptors last season and how they stumbled at times. You could see that they would have trouble in the postseason with the way they were constructed. I don't think anybody saw a sweep coming, but that's where it ended up being. And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Here's Willis. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Raptors.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Outside Williams to the right side. And Valanciunas kicks to Williams. 5 to shoot. Here's Marshall. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence. And really, how about the quick release on that triple there? Because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. We've got 13 seconds left here in the third quarter. Poke loose, taken away by Williams. Down low. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And as we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Here's Hardaway. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So for Toronto right now, Carter is out there at DeRozan. Then there's B, and it's Cambion at the 5, roaming the paint.
Boy, the struggles at the line this half really starting to haunt them. You just cannot afford to miss free throws. It's like skipping breakfast. At some point in time, it's going to come back to hurt you.
McGrady kicks to Camby. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Here's Hardaway, and he converts the layup. Hardaway's got 21.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
And here's Toronto. Carter drives in. Out to DeRozan. From downtown. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
And the second free throw, good.
He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for Hardaway. 22 points and a dozen assists.
No idea we'd see a performance like this one today.
The only way to describe it in my vocabulary is dominance.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Wade. Carter with the block. Outside DeRozan. Raptors moving the ball around. Bosch, the screen. Takes the 3. And it's McGrady that time on the assist by Carter. And that's now 24 points for B.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Toronto with the ball. That drive by Carter takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Carter's got 32 points in the game. Miami's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Rice passes to O'Neal, and Vince Carter picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. You know, it's apparent there what a leader he is, always communicating and keeping everyone on the floor in sync.
And, Kevin, that's such a good point. You know, it doesn't always show up in the box score, but those leadership qualities of his are just as valuable to this team as anything else that he does.
Vince Carter on the wing. The 3, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Wade dishes to O'Neal. Uses both hands to slam down.
Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft, obviously. You know, he can when necessary, sure, but not that time.
Not when you can throw it down like that.
Yes, sir. Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that 3, or you'll give up points in a hurry. Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Here's Carter. Boom, he jams it straight down.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
The Heat have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the 4th so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. That was incredible.
Vince Carter
putting on a clinic this quarter. I mean, what a tremendous outburst scoring-wise.
Stolen by Bosch. Carter kicks to McGrady. Wade against Camby. Wade, good.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Toronto's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the 3rd quarter ended.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Timeout called, the Heat. They're behind by a ton. 1:39 left to play in the final quarter. Vince Carter really making a difference here.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Walker. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Stolen by Grant.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Raptors.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Carter. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Here's Bosch, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And he bangs down the one-hander.
Two very easy points right there for sure.
He'll take those all day.
And Jones has it in the corner. Doubled by Bosch. Smith kicks to Walker. Back to Smith. Fires from the line. And it's Miami with another.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for them.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of service.
Good. The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
And that one's good. McGrady.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
And there's not a whole lot for them to be cheering about anymore. I mean, their guys got it handed to them.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
First free throw is good. He hits both from the stripe. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Lets it go from deep. Shot's good. McGrady's got 30 points.
Man, this fourth quarter has been tremendous. They have been exceptional from deep.
Yeah, a bunch of their points coming from long range here. A major barrage.
And the first one drops. And so Jones nails both of them. Six seconds left in the fourth quarter. Look at that shot!
that?
Oh! And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A reset.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you. So why don't we take a look now at our Jordan player of the game? He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
In terms of...
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
CeeLo from the dime.
2K Sports pregame show.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Boys. Yeah. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on. We making noise. Hold on. Scared of heights, come face your fears. Hold up. Do it just like Nikki, gonna it over. Say she roll with me, she tired of being a loner. Young, but you know I'm ready. Oh, foreign girls call me. But I'ma get back to the point, baby. Hold up.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Hold up. You drive me crazy. Number one, girl, you can't replace me. Lead a club, these bras be trying to chase me. Come roll with me in my Mercedes. Hold up. I see they broke, I see they lazy. Man, they money slim, they acting shady. I'm in my brand new car, who wanna race? Girl, you ain't come up on, so why you showing up? Never. I'm taking them shots on my partners, they loaded up. Man, on the low, all these be acting so material. Hold up, we them boys.
Cavaliers have an Eastern Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend their home court here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland. We've got an action-packed Saturday night of NBA action for you. Thanks for joining us. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And the Magic start out with the ball. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Orlando, we've got Armstrong. Grant is out there with Turkoglu. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Howard in at the pivot spot. Natty for minute.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum. Force on that dunk.
On defense, Orlando.
And once again, last season, the Magic were near the bottom of the East. Only 15 wins for them against the rest of that conference.
And the Magic have been a bit of a doormat for the East the last 3 seasons, it seems, Clark.
Well, we'll put some numbers on that for you, partner. They finished in the bottom 3 each of the last 3 seasons. The plan is to collect talent, and they've done that, but it hasn't gelled or matured to the point of being consistent yet.
The Magic shooting their first free throw tonight.
And Scott Skiles has been around the league as a coach for a while now, coming home to where he played most of his career here in Orlando. And at times, he can be a demanding coach.
Vucevic checked in for Hito Turkoglu, and it's blocked, but they recover it. And Ilgauskas kicks to Irving. Ilgauskas, the pass to Love. Sinks the three-pointer. Love's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
And Greg, you're right. Skiles is what, we'd call a no-nonsense coach. Makes perfect sense when you think about the team that now Clarkie's going to go coach in Orlando.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was great at developing players, and that's exactly why the Orlando Magic hired him. Plays with an edge, but he develops players quite nicely, too.
Holds him accountable, doesn't he?
Yep, well said.
And it's good.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
The drive by LeBron. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge. The Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
And Orlando making a change here. Harris is checked in. Here's LeBron. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. LeBron's got 5 points so far.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
Grant, it's tipped and stolen by Love. Hughes kicks to James. On deep. No good. So Orlando will take it the other way. Out to Hardaway. Howard wide open. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Hughes good.
Rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
Hardaway from outside, and again it's Orlando with the 3.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there. I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
The drive by James.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
And for Kevin Love last season, he did. Want to be called a stretch four, but the numbers suggest he was exactly that. Nearly 1 out of every 2 shots. he took was from three, a much higher ratio than at any other time in his career.
The kick out to Irving, and now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Lewis checked in for Orlando. Anderson comes in for Armstrong.
Man, you just got to rave and marvel at a shot like that from Kevin Love.
Here's Lewis, and that one is hammered home.
How about the excitement right now that he's playing the game with? I love it.
He capped that dunk off with some serious hang time on the rim.
I tell you what, he just couldn't contain himself on that one.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Grant gets a wide open look, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 5th assist in this one. Love against Lewis. Puts it up from 15, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
It's Howard with the drive. Oh, wow. That's a beautiful jam.
Boy, there was a little extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's going to stop that.
Not when he comes in with the tomahawk. That's just too much force.
Goodness, you cannot punch it any harder than that.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Here's Irving. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
That's outstanding hang-time improvisation right there.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Free throw no good for Irving. Orlando trailing here. Here's Grant. And again, it's Orlando with the three. Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
That one from long range. 15 points for LeBron.
Guys, you just can't imagine how difficult it is to hit a shot that deep. And that was as sweet as honey.
And I was looking over at the opposing bench. They couldn't believe it either.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Cavaliers lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes comfort in playing the game he still loves. It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
That's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Cavaliers?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Lewis is out there with Howard. Then there's Harris. Then there's Grant. And it's Gordon in at the 1. Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they're bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
Shoots. Again, the Cavaliers score.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
A nice shot by Howard.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
And those mid-season trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
Yeah, and you know, they built the roster to how they played best mid-season. I mean, it was a great job, I think, by the front office to get the players that fit best into the locker room and into the team style of play.
Pass to Hughes. Here's Ilgauskas, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Cavaliers lead by 1. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck, how about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
That's not the visual I was looking for right now, but there have been a lot of lead changes. But, guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy for all those assists.
James with the bucket.
Wow, more here in the first half. They're going to need to do something different on defense to trap this guy and lock him up.
There's the 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
And that one's good. Hughes got 17.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Lewis gets the bucket.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc. And guys, Dwight Howard's an interesting guy. One of the most physically imposing players in our league, and yet he's known for his lighthearted, almost playful nature.
1:43 left now here in the second. And it's Lewis at the elbow. And stolen by Ilgauskas. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific. And I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals. And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run. But I think Clark did a hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Here's...
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Gordon kicks to Howard, and the call will be against Ilgauskas. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
That's the risky run by staying out there as he picks up his 3rd.
Here's Grant. Oh, there's the one-handed jam.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined. The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
And the basket by Harris.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Here's Grant, and again it's Orlando with the 3.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
The Cavaliers trailing. Love wide open. He fires. Again, the Cavaliers score. And Orlando has possession. Harris dishes to Grant. He kicks it to Gordon. Back to Grant. A 3-ball. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
And the first half.
Thank you, Kevin.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny Smith, and it was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. Some good action during the... And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Really an incredible game from Horace Grant.
I tell you what, though, it's going to be important to see if they can slow him down in the second half, because so far they have not had anybody that can disrupt his rhythm. Down low.
Well, how about guys mixing up the looks? I mean, bump him out a little bit, running, doubling, anything to try to get him off his rhythm.
LeBron James is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Larry Hughes. Then there's Augustus. And it's Irving at shooting guard. That's the group starting the second half for David Blatt.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
And the thing, Greg, about Marcin Gortat, he's not a high flyer. He's not a super flexible athlete. But he's one of the best centers in the league because he's tough. And he's worked hard on developing his skills. And he always hustles.
Yeah, and he fights for position down low. A terrific screener, does a lot of that dirty work. And he's also very good at passing the basketball. You know, a lot more skill, particularly in the pick and roll, than maybe people give him credit for. He can hurt a defense in a surprising number of ways.
talking about Gortat, he was a late second-round draft choice in 2005. His first 4 years in the league, highly underwhelming. Now, over the last 4 years, he's averaged around 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks per game. Those are good numbers.
And getting back to Marcin Gortat, his dad was a successful light heavyweight boxer in Poland, so clearly you see where the toughness comes from. And Marcin's mom was on the Polish national team in volleyball, so you know where the blocking and ball skills come from. I guess we'd have to call him a chip off the old blocks.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. And here's James outside. James has got 5 points now this quarter.
Everything working for him out of the half as they hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
And here's Turkoglu for 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
The shot by Hughes, no good.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot.
Just beautiful.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders. Is stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says thank you very much and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. LeBron's shot is good.
Making a huge difference from deep tonight. That was a big-time shot.
Yeah, they've got time, and if he can keep stretching the defense like he has been with a 3-point shot, that lead could evaporate in a hurry. Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Hardaway's checked in for Anderson. Orlando leading by 9. Well, the Orlando Magic had a rough season last year. They managed to still be, though, competitive on the road.
You know, they really had one of those years where they just seemed to play better on the road. Maybe more comfortable, not as much pressure. Almost half of their wins on the year came out of town.
Orlando's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing. And right there, he does some damage with his finish. Two.
And part of why Orlando held things together on the road was they could get hot from the floor. Ended up in the top 10 in the NBA in terms of field goal percentage on the road.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Howard's checked in for Hardaway, and it's Grant in for Scott.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense. And, you know, for the Magic, they still only had 12 road wins last year. Given the youth of this team, that's definitely something that can be built on.
James wide open. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
That's been the culprit, the turnovers. I mean, TOs, those kinds of mistakes have really kind of drained their confidence to this point.
Gortat, the pass to Turkoglu. Back to Gortat. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. 5 on the clock. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Magic shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
James, no good. Magic leading by 11. Howard kicks to Grant. It's deflected and thrown by Ilgauskas. Here's LeBron, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
What a game for LeBron. 31 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this. Game 2.
Yeah, I think we need a calculator to keep track of just how many of those he's knocked down.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
And stolen by Ilgauskas. Here's LeBron. That's in there. Love with the assist. And now that's 35 points for LeBron. Here's Grant. Here's Vucevic. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And the Orlando lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Love. Orlando's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And it's Gortat finishing it off.
And very little fight put up. By the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risks to see if they can cut that lead down.
The Cavaliers have only one missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Orlando leading by 8. Howard dishes to Grant. Howard drives in, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
The wide open look here for Vucevic. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And the efficiency is there, but the aggressiveness is really lacking. So far, it hasn't hurt them, though.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless? It's a foul there. I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Both good from the line that time. Orlando leading.
Clock is clearly on their side.
Exactly, and they can hold it for the last shot, and I think they will.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
And now Orlando on the break. Here is Armstrong. Nailed from three-point land. Armstrong's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Well, and thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens. Here in the fourth. Orlando leading by 14. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. We've got Gordon. Hardaway is out there with Anderson. Then there's Armstrong. And it's Nelson in at the point guard.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior. Here is their pass.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Armstrong passes to Nelson. Anderson kicks to Armstrong. Here's Nelson, and two free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one is on Ilgauskas. And you look at Jameer Nelson, played his first 10 years with Orlando. Then he got traded to the Celtics last season. Again to Denver. That had to be tough for a crafty veteran like him, a tough adjustment.
You know, you look at last year, one of his worst statistically, especially from a field goal percentage standpoint, I really agree with you. I think he was affected by all of the change of scenery and system. Let's look to see him have a bounce back this season.
And the call will be against... Jameer Nelson. That's his first foul. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Orlando making some changes. Dwight Howard's checked in for Armstrong. Tobias Harris comes in for Jameer Nelson. And it's Scott in for Ben Gordon. He downed that one from long distance. Hughes got 29 in the game.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
And he gets it to go. 10 points for Tobias Harris.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Orlando moving the ball around. Anderson outside to the middle. And Howard with the stuff.
Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
They get a hand on it. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Harris kicks to Howard. Deep two from Anderson. Hardaway dishes to Anderson. From past the arc. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Magic.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition. Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle.
This is crazy. Every shot they're taking right now is finding the mark.
Literally every shot, partner. They just aren't missing.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. Horace Grant, he's checked in for Orlando. Well, free throw off from Scott. Well, the Magic knew that last season would be one break for development. A young team like they had needs to grow before they can really compete.
And you touched upon it, Kevin. They really were a young team last season. Third youngest team in the league by the end of the year. How about an average age of just over 24 years old?
And it's Orlando's ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Hardaway for three. LeBron grabs the miss.
And you talk about that low age number for the Magic. You mentioned it a moment ago, and they had several rookies last season. That's why they were so young. As good a year as any to get their feet wet and see what those young guys could do.
Hardaway from outside. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Here's Irving. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And the Magic, while their youth did grow over the course of the season, they still struggle. And they do need a veteran presence to kind of ensure that they don't start developing that culture of losing in the franchise.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Vucevic comes in for Scott, and Turkoglu is subbed in for Hardaway. One problem the Magic faced last season was depth. They really weren't a deep team, and it hurt them along the way.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, they had the second fewest bench points in the league, and that number was really low because they didn't use the bench that often. The starters did a lot of the heavy lifting.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows, and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And, you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory. And for the Magic, they would try and address the bench for this season, both through the draft and free agents. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Magic.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Grant. Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
And guys, the Magic didn't luck out and jump into the top 3 in the draft. Still ended up with a high pick, and that'll help add another nice piece to their puzzle. They've accumulated a lot of good pieces, but now they need to start making it work.
Gortat's checked in for Orlando.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point. Some outstanding numbers in this one for a golf. He has 9 points, and he has been the definition of a thief with all those steals.
And Clark, defensively, he has played this game just so intelligently. I mean, he hasn't let them get away with any loose passes or sloppy ball handling.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. The Magic making a switch here. Lewis is checked in.
Into the Magic, Rashard Lewis.
.59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Vucevic, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout bluff.
And the foul called on Rashard Lewis. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
Outside Howard from beyond the arc and then some.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have played tonight. I mean, especially, though, when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there.
Jacks up a three, and again it's Orlando with a three.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And, Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Fades back, and it's good. Howard's got 30.
Man, this fourth quarter has been tremendous. They have been exceptional from deep.
Yeah, a bunch of their points coming from long range here. A major barrage. No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered him down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force.
Lewis with the three. He connects.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Dwight Howard. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight. Kenny, your thoughts?
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
Well, when Dwight uses his physical presence and athleticism to the max, he's nearly impossible to stop. He's got the body of a center, but the hops of a swing man. Just got to put it all together now.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.